Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, gonna be a match between Scan and Shuttle here on Benzene. This is an ASL qualifier from 2020. Top right, it is a blue Protoss player. It is Shuttle. And on the bottom left, it is Scan, our red Terran player. Scan has been moving up the ranks in 1v1 professional gaming. He got started, well, he used to be more known for his fastest map exploits, but as soon as he qualified for ASL and did well there, then people knew his name, right? Right. Okay, so a PvT here on this map. I kind of feel like I've cast TVZs and PVZs on this map, but not a PvT. So we'll see what strategies they use here on Benzene. Super wide open areas, a lot of ramps, a weird little path up this ramp and around and destroy this, and bam, you're inside the main base. But professional players know to keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a pretty big map as well. Anyway, man, I love this Terran music. He's fantastic. I like it a lot. So both players going for the gateway and the barracks first inside their own main base. Not to do crazy here at all. Be sure to hit that like button. Just lets the algorithm know that I'm here. And if you leave a comment, I read every comment anyone ever makes on the channel. I'm not big enough to where that's impossible yet. Or maybe ever, but yeah, I mean, look, there are plenty of channels that get so many comments that reading them all is impossible. It would just take all of your time and you can't keep up and whatever, but in my case, they come in, you know, fairly consistently because I post every day, right? And I read them as they come in because YouTube makes it easy to do that, and I'll react to your comment. If I feel like reacting to it, I'll respond to it. If you have a particular question or, you know, something really nice to say. Anyway, feel free to leave me a comment. It's a good thing. Cybercore on the way, and Marine production has begun. So the PvT looks like we're just going to go for a pretty standard Dragoon pressure into the Terran. What he does is get a factory. Okay, so he's not expanding before getting that factory up. So he will have either Spider Mines available or Vulture speed or a siege tank out to deal with the incoming Dragoon pressure. Singularity charge coming in off one base. Shuttle is trying to get some damage done here early. Or perhaps he's just worried about early aggression coming in. He doesn't have Dragoons with range. So, yeah, early game PvT is kind of like both players being worried about getting attacked early. So you don't see a whole lot of one Rax expands or one gate expands, you know? Oh yeah, that probe can't stick around. All he knows is there's not a command center being built here. They could be being built here, though, and he doesn't know. Then you lift and you land and you're happy. But a couple Marines here to deal with scouting probes just to keep Shuttle in the dark. There's no reason not to do that. This SCV is still alive. I guess that's because there hasn't been anything to kill it except for a Dragoon, which the Dragoon is not interested in chasing in the SCV around today. And instead is going to try to come in here and deal with this bunker. Bunker construction is started. Is it too late? Is the question. The answer is, I don't know. So Dragoon cruising in. Bunker says, oh, the run by. You can get a run by. Bunker not done. Kills one of the Marines and decides not to go for the run by. I don't know. I feel like a run by would have been better than backing off like that. But all right, and he killed a Marine, so hey. First blood. First blood belongs to that Dragoon. Second base on the way now for both players. And by that I mean 400 minerals is needed here for Shuttle, but working on it. Working on it. There it is. Perfect. Right on time. Second base a little bit later, but hey, not a huge deal at this stage of the game. Tanks in production out of that factory. And boo-boo. Robotics facility done. Ooh, shuttles. Yes. Alright, Shuttles coming in is going to be Reaver drops. Reaver drop aggression is pretty common in this matchup for sure. What do we want to be doing here? Dragoon says, I have range. Haha, but guess who has a siege tank? Yeah, that's right. Scan does. So Scan's going to be fine. This early aggression is definitely problematic, but once the tank shows up, the Dragoons pretty much have to get out of there. That's why getting your tank out as soon as possible, if you're going for a tank, is really, really important. Also, Vulture Speed, the next on display. As far as upgrades go, there's the Observatory, and there's the Robotics Support Bay. So priority here is seeing Spider Mines, and then second priority is making Reavers to put into that shuttle. So SCV checking to see, is there a quick third base at all? No? Alright, that's good to know. It's good to know. Again, you do want to out-expand your Terran opponent if you're Protoss to beat them. And if you're Terran, you pretty much just want to get a huge tank count out. Park it, I don't know, here maybe? It's a pretty good place to park about 30 tanks and probably win the game. Armory and production, Vultures continuing to be produced here as well. They do have the speed. Spider-Mine's coming in now. A shuttle speed. Alright, I mean, it's Shuttle, right? He's going to make shuttles. It's fairly common in this matchup anyway. We've seen Bisu do it against Flash before on the channel, which, man, if you missed a Bisu versus Flash on Polypoid, I think it was. Maybe it was Neo Sylph, I get those two mixed up. Then, yeah. You can get a lot of good stuff done. So Dragoon's heading back home. Vulture's cruising around, trying to see if maybe there's a probe running around that they can kill. Observer out to see any Spider Mines that might be getting laid, but Spider Mine upgrade is not quite done, but it's almost done, and our first Reaver is popping out of ye old robotics facility. And here we go. Shuttle speed is about 50% complete. It takes a while. Should be ready to go sometime during this drop, probably not before. Observer coming in first to see if there's any clear landing zones for this shuttle, and by golly, heck yes there are. The question is, oh, the Vultures see this? That's just luck. That is just absolute luck on Scan's part that he saw this shuttle coming in. So people coming back home to deal with this, because, you know, a shuttle wandering right on in is really hard to deal with, but if you're in range to get shots off on that thing, man, this is pretty darn well defended, but Shuttle's like, I didn't come all this way just to not unload it, so there you go. There's the unload, gets a shot off, and, oh, harmlessly, there you go, kills two Marines. The first one didn't do anything, though. Oh, that Zealot taking the early shots, that's very nice. That is pretty good stuff, dropping that Zealot first, obviously, to absorb those shots instead of the Reaver. Reaver's got a couple kills, not doing too bad, a little bit low on HP, too. And, oh, you thought I was leaving. Oh, no! Gambled and lost. Lost the Reaver, unloading it there. Brutality. Spider-Man trying to delay this third base, but heck, just throwing down the third base in the minerals only position. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe a fourth down here in the bottom right would be cool, too. Once again, I mean, being on 8 bases to your Terran opponent's 3 is real nice. You're going to be happy that you were there. The PvTs that I've cast, that's usually how the Protoss wins. If the Protoss gets stuck on, you know, even base count, it's just like Zerg against Terran or Protoss. They have to be a base up. Protoss just needs to Zerg this, and they will, maybe? Vulture's going for that run-by. As always, Vulture run-bys are a great way to harass the Protoss, make it so they can't just be constantly making probes, make it so they have to remake probes instead of, you know, whoa, just being able to constantly make them. And the number goes up and up and up and up. You need to bring some downtrends into that stuff, too. Does scout the second Reaver as well, so Shuttle didn't give up with the death of his first Reaver. You know, if at first you don't succeed, try again, is generally how that works. Missile turret comment up. Third base there. Citadel of Adun for the Protoss, and going for Charon boosters is Scan. A reasonable play here for sure. Goliaths in production. Do we need a ton of Goliaths? No, because we're not seeing a Stargate transition at all from Shuttle at this point, but it could come at any time. So just having the factories up and having the Goliaths ready to be produced, you know, 6 at a time is nice. You don't need to, but it's nice anyway. Does Shuttle get anything done? It just keeps running around. Yeah, that Reaver doesn't have any damage taken off it, so probably hasn't successfully killed anything either. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a Vulture, maybe a Spider Mine, but nothing big. Zoom in, zoom out. I don't know. I find it kind of calm and peaceful to be this high above the action, you know? Makes us feel a little bit more removed from what's happening. I mean, literally, but anyway. Dragoons are like, oh, you're up here on this high ground, are you? Well, pa 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 pa. Kills one of them, kills two of them. The other one manages to escape to tell his buddies what happened to their friends. Dragoon production, pretty heavy. Hot and heavy right now from Shuttle. What else do we expect from this guy? Other than excellent micro and a macro. Going for a Templar Archives. Zealot speed is almost done. More shuttles on the way here, too. But at some point, we want to Stargate, if just for the Arbiter play, right? So we'll see if that's what Shuttle goes for. But yeah, 4 base to 3 base is good. It's comfortable. It's not like you're feeling entirely like a world beater. I love this Spider Mine at this location. It's a logical choice for Shuttle to take his 5th base here rather than up here. But so far, Shuttle hasn't done anything to reduce the tank count. I don't think a single tank has died today, which is a big-time problem. Tank count continues to increase all over the place. They got +1 attack. Scan is working on +1 vehicle plating, making 5 Vultures and 2 tanks at a time. The split here looks pretty good. The distribution of units seems pretty fantastic for sure. Psionic Storms in production. Tick, tick, tick. An extremely exciting attack on an engineering bay. I guess Zealots did get in here, though. Ah, we're playing the destroy 4 buildings at a time move right now with the Reaver. Oh my gosh. Oh, the upgrade! Oh, it finished! The upgrade finished in time. Oh man, that's big. That's really nice to have that armor upgrade, especially in a tense and tight situation like this one. And he saves it, but the Goliaths are here, and they've got that range upgrade. Shuttle, no! Shuttle, oh, Shuttle dead. Oh, wow. Reaver died inside it, too. Was that worth? What'd you get, an armory and 2 supply depots, and like maybe a missile turret or 2, and maybe a couple of Vultures, maybe even a tank? Sure, but that did not seem like it was worth it, especially if you didn't get out. That Spider Mine field is humongous. Another base coming in from Scan, and he does end up taking the 5th base where Scan thought he would. Shuttle does. So down here at the 6 o'clock-ish. 5:30 or so, if you want to get precise. Kadaran Amulet coming in, making 10 Zealots at a time. Shuttle's at 190 supply, going to be maxed out very, very soon. What else do we expect from this dude? Can Scan hold on? He's down 50 supply, but you know what is a big deal here is siege tanks. Great Storm. Couple Dragoons go down to siege tank shots for the most part, but if you want to engage, if you need to engage with the Terran, do it out here. Don't do it when he's set up in this location. Try to keep him away as much as you can. Vulture's cruising down to the 3rd base, or 5th base rather, where there are 3 cannons, or maybe bypassing it entirely. Kind of leaving the tanks alone a little bit here. Trying to clear the Spider Mine field out, which it slows the attack. And that's what really matters here, right? It's not that you're trying to kill Dragoons with this, it's that you're slowing the attack down. When you have enough Vultures that the tank or the cannon count doesn't matter. This is pretty good from Scan, wiping out several probes. Excellent, excellent work there. 196 to 164 supply. Worker count is 55 to 62, but this top left base is in a lot of trouble. Did he stop construction on this? He's got an SCV sitting here. He just cancels. He knows. He doesn't want to finish it because he thinks the Dragoons are going to come kill it regardless. Dude, these Vultures are going to kill an entire Nexus with their +1 attack. Wow, that is one of the more successful Vulture attacks I have seen on this channel. They go 3 cannons, all of the probes here, and the Nexus all by themselves. They have like special extra upgrades. They got +2, or rather +1. I was expecting them maybe to have +2 at least, but no, working on +2 now. All right. right. So both players taking some hits. Obviously, no 4th base for Scan totally sucks, but no 5th base for Shuttle is also bad. And there we go. Scan's up to 196 supply. He's been allowed to catch up, which is the trick. When you're maxed out and you're just sitting there, your opponent is able to catch up. So you better have something of a bank to remax when things go poorly for you. Wow, just going. Okay, we're just kind of going. Storms up, Dragoons all over the place. Wow, tanks going down. That is so much storm. The Vulture count. Reinforcing Vulture coming in. Spider-Mine's getting laid down all over the place. Another storm. Shuttle. My gosh, did he just attack into an entrenched Terran army mech position and win? Shuttle, you're absolutely terrifying. Wow, 122 to 98 supply. Both players were maxed out, and Shuttle just won that for sure. Making 10 Dragoons and 5 Zealots at a time is what is spazzing out here exactly? I told it to follow something, didn't go well. This Scan just lost all of his tanks. His entire tank count got completely reset. It is +2/+1 upgrades for the Dragoons, but against siege tanks, it doesn't matter as much as you would hope. Don't you know? Man, this is just a desperate hold for Scan here. If he can hold here, he can do some good stuff. Wow. Nope. 12 o'clock base here for Shuttle getting taken down by Vultures too. You think maybe you'd want these back home helping with this, but Scan maybe feels like he's got it under control. I mean, yeah, he's not going to lose. Oh, the storm. Great storm dodge, though. Does he have another one? He sure does, but just run. Run, train, run. SCV train. Retreating. A lot of Zealots going down. 149 to 100 supply. They're reinforcing units. Defensive Matrix comes up on that siege tank. These Dragoons are absolute veterans. 8 kills and 5 kills each before they finally succumb to the might of the Terran army. And, oh, saving it. Saving this Nexus. About 100 hit points there. Not a great number for a building to have. And wow. Okay, so Scan is down 171 to 84 supply. Did it really just come down to that one engagement? I kind of feel like maybe it did. It's a lot of Dragoons. Working on that +3 attack, working on that +2 armor, trying to expand down this way, and is actually mining from this very, very on fire, very almost dead Nexus. The shields are coming back, slowly but surely. If Scan can kill this, and if Scan can make sure this doesn't happen, he can win this game. God, his 4th base is up, and his 3rd base is alive, and he's got 42 workers, which is pretty good. Does he have additional upgrades is the larger question here. It's that +2/+1. Is he working? I guess he's got the +2 now. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Is there any... Oh, there's High Templar in that Shuttle. Ay, caramba. Ooh, throw down some spider mines. Maybe Shuttle won't notice that's happening. Vulture's fighting. Don't fight! Run! Get out of there! Make them attack into the spider mines. Okay, Scan decides not to do that. And Shuttle taking some missile turret hits. Ugh. Run, SCVs. Run, SCVs. Ugh. Do you EMP, maybe? The EMP the High Templar? Man, there we go. Finally, a Goliath arrives and takes down the Shuttle with the High Templar in it. But it's 190 to 112 supply. Shuttle is looking almighty right here. Siege tanks sieging up. Defensive Matrix is up here too. Just kind of brute forcing it with Dragoons a little bit. Maybe not the greatest idea to take those hits as blood litters the ground here. The blue Protoss blood is soaking into what looks like steel. I don't know how that works, but hey, I'm not that familiar with Protoss biology. We're just going again, man. This is just Shuttle being like, we're just going again. Don't mind me. Yeah, there aren't enough siege tanks here to just obliterate Dragoons as soon as they step in range here. And sure, maybe you can't break this entirely, but the tank count's getting reduced immensely. And you know what? You can totally break this entirely. Yep, nice storm. Tank down, tank down, tank down. This tank is probably dead as well. 154 to 82 supply, 5 Dragoons at a time being produced. Reinforcements from Scan are here, though. 3 tanks and Vultures in production. Scan is playing pretty well against a well-established Protoss player who is pretty scary. Ooh, losing that Science Vessel totally sucks. This base is undefended, unless, you know, you're an observer, then it's very well defended and your observer dies. I don't know. SCV count getting obliterated down to 42. High Templar ends up getting a couple, 7 kills. Oh, 11 kills there. That's going to bring it down to 35 total workers. And, well, seems to be this is, I mean, the attack is over, but, like, look who's expanded to the 6 o'clock. Luke who's expanded to the 12 o'clock. Still, nothing is bothering this whatsoever. So this is it, man. 4, 5, 6 bases to 4-ish bases in favor of Shuttle. He's got the +3 attack and the +2 armor that he wanted. He's making 10 Dragoons at a time with 4 Zealots. And yeah, this is just zerging. This is just having more stuff than your opponent. Does Scan have the right composition? Yeah, absolutely. Does he just not have enough stuff to win these battles, even when he's got entrenched siege tanks? Yep. That's absolutely what's happening here for sure. Man, I thought Scan killing this with Vultures was awesome, and it was. But then Shuttle was just able to get a massive victory over here, right? Even with a ton of siege tanks, there just weren't enough of them. They didn't have the requisite upgrades to really just, again, when you have enough siege tanks with sufficient upgrades, a Dragoon or several Dragoons kind of walk into range and they all instantly die. And that's it. That's your good game. Did he... Oh, he storm drops up here. GG! GG, Shuttle is your winner. I didn't know what it was gonna be. I don't know what the winning move was going to be for Shuttle. I mean, he probably could have just won whatever this is. With the sheer number of Zealots that he's got, the Vulture count is not great. I guess a bunch here and a bunch here. Yeah, maybe attacking into this would have been terrible, but he snuck a Shuttle up, took out some more SCVs, dropped us down to sub 30 SCV count at 21 minutes, and Luke is expanding on Scan's side of the map. Yeah, Shuttle is exactly. Exactamundo. So yeah, end of the day, what it really came down to was a couple just clear engagements where Shuttle came out on top with beautiful storm play and some really nice Dragoon target firing there too. 154,000 points for Shuttle, 117,000 points for Scan. 400 units produced for the Terran player, only 277 for the Protoss, but when your kill death ratio is basically a 3 to 1.5, you can get away with that. Constructed the same number of buildings, 10 Terran buildings went down to 4 for the Protoss. And resources, yeah, this is how you zerg it, man. If you end up getting 11.2 thousand more resources than your Terran opponent in 20 minutes, you're gonna do fine. You're gonna do fine, and that's exactly what happened. So, well done indeed for Shuttle. Scan played well. But once again, against the Elder Statesman Shuttle here, who's just so good, it's gonna be hard to get a victory against him in a PvT. And the Shuttle play was beautiful from Shuttle, as per usual. That was great. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. So that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.